they are connected today. I would just close this discussion with putting up something which is close to my heart, and something which you would find useful. So referring back to my previous slide where I talked about moving outwards from technology to domain to a relevant role in a digitally complex environment. When you talk about different kinds of solutions, either for banks or pharmaceutical companies or aircrafts or manufacturing organizations or consumer goods, a typical architecture that will become pervasive is what is depicted here. So on the leftmost side, you are seeing the multi-channel services. You're looking at different kinds of mobile devices or the channels and the corresponding services on that, whether it's security, communication, presentation services, all of that would be seen there. Then you're talking about the middle bigger block, which is, I would call that as a platform block. Within the platform block, which is going to be residing on cloud, you're talking about different layers coming into picture, right? So project the right experience, which is getting presented through channels. You require a very strong platform, and that platform would have elements of content, commerce, social, all of that, visualization, search, workflow, all of that would become important, right? And with the right level of analytics and dashboarding. And under that platform, you would start seeing workflows which are talking through or which are extracting information from which are talking through different analytical areas, looking at technologies of big data, looking at storage devices, high performing devices, then talking about so beyond these platforms which is depicted in the middle, for those platforms to be effective, you would continue to talk to your enterprise systems through an integration layer, right? And enterprise systems could be your ERPs or CRMs or some of these custom systems. You would continue talking to them through your enterprise integration strategy. And above and beyond, in this slide, you will see two big elements coming in. One is the API management, which means that if you're talking about exposing your enterprise's digital services to an outside world, you would require a strong API management system which allows you to do that, likes of APGs. And you would also look at channels such as social channels, either feeding into your enterprise systems or your enterprise systems feeding into your social channels for an effective conversation with your customers, right? So this is, I would say, a spectrum of digital architecture and the services that you see. I would say more of a blueprint. Obviously, given your experience and given your maturity, you would continue to talk through the different boxes. You would mature in different boxes, and you would expand your scope of work as you go along. I think that's what I wanted to discuss in this conversation with you. I